I'm Dr. Michelle Deering, and I am chuckling here because of some stuff that's going on right outside my office. Um, Welcome to Tea Time, Time Out for Moms. I'm so glad that you're here, and thank you for joining me today. This time, again, is a time for you moms to just take time out for yourselves, just to be for about 15 minutes or so, uh, just to be in a space where it's all about you, and it's a time where you can actually share your thoughts about how you're doing, because I'd love to know how I can support and be of help and encouragement to you during this time where either you're a mom who has always been at home working to take care of your family, or you've been a mom working from home, or due to the coronavirus and everything, you've had to work from home. So being at home and more central to your house or your home is something that uh, everyone's doing, and that can kind of feel cramped sometimes, um, busier sometimes. I just want this to be a time where you can just hang out with your tea for about 15 minutes, just to be with someone who actually wants to be of encouragement to you and help you along your way. Hold on, gotta get my tea. So, if you haven't seen my earlier post today, it says just listen. Uh, and I want this to be a time where I can hear from you what's on your heart. Drop it into the comments, because I'm here to listen and be with you. There's actually, and I even just found myself doing it, what is it about just being still and listening that's just so hard? I know for myself, I've always been a listener. It's kind of the way I grew up. There's a lot of chaos and things in my life while I was younger growing up. And so for me, it was safer to just kind of be an observer. And so I got really good at listening to the people around me, whether it was family members, when I was at school, whether it was my peers. I seem to be the person that folks kind of just come to and just talk to. And I'd listen. And I know sometimes, even as I've gotten older, it can be hard, and especially after becoming a mom, it can be hard to kind of just find that time and space to just listen. So why don't you join me and just sit where you are, wherever it is that you're viewing this, and just listen. Let's take a moment to just listen. You know, I'm wondering, as you've sat and just listened for just a little bit, what did you notice? What did you hear? Drop that in the comment section. When you just took those few moments to just listen, what things were you hearing? I know for myself, I'm sitting here in my office, and the things that I was hearing as I was listening before actually getting on today. And I was laughing because as I sat here listening, I could hear not just the hum of my computer, but I also could hear this bumblebee that's outside my window. Now, there is, I believe, a few days ago, I actually had to do my broadcast from outside because Facebook, Zoom wasn't working. And then when I went out, I heard a bumblebee, and it was one that was caught accidentally in one of our traps for other flying insects. And so when I heard the bumblebee today, I just was noting that it was a bumblebee by itself. I started feeling sad because I'm suspecting that the bumblebee that got trapped in our trap for other flying insects was its partner. Because I was told it's mating season for the different bumblebees. So I was feeling sad about that. But the bumblebee was buzzing outside my window to my right, your left, probably. And when I started the broadcast, and then it came right in front of my window, which is right in front of me, and started buzzing there and looking at me. So the bumblebee made me chuckle. So I heard the bumblebee. And I also heard, you know how you hear cars up and down, going up and down the street? Well, there were cars going up and down the street, but then I heard another car not moving at the same speed. And I turned my head and saw that it was one of my neighbors pulling into their driveway. So that's what I noticed when I stopped to listen. Jot down again what it is that, one, makes it hard to actually be still and listen. And two, when you actually did stay still and listen, what did you hear? You know, it can also be really hard sometimes as a mom, especially have one child, more than one child. I have twin daughters. It can be hard to actually be still in all of the activity that's going on in your home. It can actually be hard to kind of find that space to just sit and listen. And so now I'm going to pause a little bit because the video got interrupted momentarily, but I think it might have resumed. But as I was saying, in terms of what it being hard to kind of find the space to listen in the midst of your family, a couple of things. One thing you might have to do is actually extract yourself. I jokingly say that my husband has found the antidote to activity in the house. He'll actually, I call the bathroom his throne room because that's where he goes. For me, I have my office here, but I also have a separate space that I've etched aside in our house to, when I go there, folks know, don't disturb mom, okay? So maybe there might be a way for you to create that kind of space for yourself in your home. And if you have young kids, this is actually an awesome time to actually let them see you modeling, taking a time out for yourself. Because everyone needs it, especially moms. And if there are guys watching, husbands watching, you know, really encourage your significant other or wife or whoever it is that you care about to actually create that space. Actually, you create that space for yourself too, okay? So that you can just sit and listen and just take a time out for yourself. For some people, that might be, you know, that time out might involve whether it's meditation or prayer or reflection. For other people, it might be You know, if they have a lawn, putting their feet in the grass. The weather's getting a little warmer now here in North Carolina. For other people, it might be just sitting still on the side of their bed and just plant their feet on the floor and just feel whatever it is that's underneath their feet, sort of like a grounding. Okay, so that then you can sit and just be still and listen first to what's going on in your mind and heart, because once you hear that, then as you're moving amongst your other family members, you'll be better able to hear them with your heart. I always find it kind of cool that the word heart has the word hear in it. We listen with our heart. So, thank you again for taking time out for yourself to have some tea with me. Or coffee, or whatever it is that's your warm beverage for the day. If anything, connection is important. And if we connect with ourselves first, then that actually helps us connect with others who are around us, whom we love. Make sure in this particular post, if you answer the question, what makes it hard to listen? And when you actually have paused for a few moments, what is it that you hear? Drop that in the comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'll make sure to respond. Again, I'm Dr. Michelle Deering,